Так, мы продолжаем играть в Фикер. Не знаю почему, но стрим взял и все обрушился. В результате чего пришлось стрим заканчивать и это.
We're at my farm, Copernicus. I had a funny feeling.
Так что давайте полчасика еще с это. Сейчас вроде все восстановилось и это. Я не знаю, что произошло, но на ютубе все обрушилось. Так же, как и на твиче. Ладно, давай еще раз полчасика загранем. Ну, минут 40, наверное. Так.
That's it, kid. Now more of the same.
Мы дошли этот момент, ну.
Almost there.
Мы прошли этот момент, но дальше еще 12 только. Стрим закончился. Надо просто взять и все обрушить. Все. Первый раз это было сложнее чуть-чуть.
I think it's for you.
А мы точно находимся где-то не на земле где-то. Что-то как-то сложно как-то.
Often something shiny or a piece of string.
Так, тут между стримами пока это, ну, перекурами. Трейлер залил.
I'll be back before you know it. It's practically a cliche. Going to Europe to have new experiences, and yeah, it's corny, but maybe find myself.
I guess I'm just worried that you'll find yourself but lose me along the way.
I'll be back before you know it. Promise. Here's a security deposit.
What a weird box. Did you win this at the circus?
It's great, right? I'll send you something special from Europe to put inside, so you know I'm thinking of you. And then we have our road trip together when I get back. You won't miss me anyway. You have plenty to keep you busy, like that job in California. The story about the
vanishing grape farmers. You're right. I'm worrying too much. I love it. Does it lock?
In some other world, it must, but not here. Okay, trade you a memory box for your Polaroid. Say cheese.
Well, now that you know how it started, it doesn't make the next step any easier, does it?
Все, что я знаю, что эта женщина на фотографии попала в беду, мне нужно найти ее. Бля, мы не знаем, что она в беду попала. Может, у нее все хорошо. Мне нужно знать, почему я ничего не помню.
Listen, I disapprove of just about every choice you've made on this trip. But I like you, kid. And I can see you've made up your mind. If you want to find your girlfriend, if you want to find out what happened, if you really want to go there, you've got to find that box.
Почему вы так уверены? Хотя нет, это был хороший вариант, но вопрос того, где она находится.
I don't know, kid. But find that box and the key. Open the box before it's too late. Well, this is where I say goodbye. Unless you want to help transport 4 bushels across... Nah. Just remember, there are many more gates ahead and many more guards. I'm pretty much the friendly drunken uncle of the bunch. Well, good luck to you, kid.
Блин, ты меня что, высадишь прямо вот здесь посередине поля, что ли? Что? Еще советы?
What did the grape say when he got run over by the car?
Что-то о свидании, наверное.
Nothing. He just gave a little whine.
Все равно
Good
не
luck
понял.
with your search.
Ага. Блин, неужто ты меня прям посередине поля высадишь, а? Ну, в этом мире точно что-то не то. Ехать 2. То есть у нас должно быть 5 эпизодов. Мы прошли первый, потом сейчас начали второй, получается. Ну давай. Полностью пройдем второй эпизод.
It's the second house on the right here. No, wait, the third.
Don't you remember where it is? I thought you spent your whole childhood here.
Do you know what put us on top of the food chain? Do you know?
Потому что мы
And
умнее.
please don't say opposable thumbs. Plenty of animals have those. Possums, koalas, something called the waxy monkey leaf frog. They're nothing special. Forget about thumbs, okay?
Не, мы умнее просто.
Memory is what put us here.
О.
So many of our dreams are set in the places where we used to live. We want to see them, visit them again. There should be a rule, a kind of social convention. The old apartment rule. Now it works like this. We can show up any place we used to live and simply explain, oh, I used to live here. There's nothing strange about it. The people who live there just throw open their doors and invite us in to have a look around. So we can go back home again. So we can be whole.
Блин, если честно, вообще мало что понимаю.
Hey, are you keeping an eye out? Oh dear. I didn't mean to put you to sleep.
А
with my
ты еще кто
talking.
такой? Что там нам надо посматривать-то?
We're looking for Asper Street. And at least it used to be called that. The problem is that a few years ago they rearranged all the letters of the street signs in this neighborhood. Very impractical. I didn't catch your name. Time hops.
Как я сюда попал, а?
You don't remember.
Нет.
They say sleep is the cousin of death. Well, you're lucky I happened to find you in that cornfield.
Да, он меня просто выкинул, да?
These days, dubious at best. Just a second. Let's find this Asper Street, please, before we begin our inquiries. Like I say, they might have rearranged the letters a bit.
Найдите бывшую улицу Аспер. Помните, буквы могут быть перемешаны. Блин, говорю тебе, что мы находимся не в настоящем мире. Саве Зевхелс. Грин Левис. Мондаль Ферраро. Что-то еще там. И перевода нету, да? Мотель. Какой-то. Наклейки еще от дельфинов. Газета. Саварий какой-то. Регионал. Бля, там дохерища газеты. Блин, тут дело, что я не вижу никаких этих. Факс. Факс Махинс.
Ah, yes, that's it. Very good. So, we're on our way. Now,
Ладно.
there was something you wanted to ask.
Ты притворишься, что не знаешь меня потом.
Yes, then it's going to turn out that big surprise. I do know you.
Ну да, ведущий игры, запертая в радио, выдаст тебе.
A person trapped in the radio?
Ну да.
Oh, yes. We've all met you along this highway.
Ну вот еще один, да?
I picked you up because I could tell you're looking for something. Something you've lost.
И как ты это понял?
Now, we're all looking for something on this road. I've never met anyone who wasn't. My dog. Well, she's been missing for a long time now. Hops, like me. Stupid idea, naming a dog after yourself. They constantly think they're being trained. Every time someone you know stops you in the street. Made her a little bit high-strung. So, Vern mentioned this problem you have with a photo.
Подожди, ты еще и этого знаешь, да, получается, фермера?
Vern? Sure. Now, I know almost everybody on this road. Well, there's not many of us after all.
Ну да.
Excellent raisins that guy
Вообще
Vern
мало.
has. Did you try
Не
one?
так много.
Delicious. Am I right? So, okay. Show me this photo.
Конечно, рюкзаки. Вот это вот.
So, you're looking for her.
Ну да, вот ее нужно найти.
Well, I can help you with one part.
И в чем
You two
конкретно
came
ты
by
должен
my
помочь
house.
мне?
Yes, see, that's my silo. There in the background.
А зачем мы к тебе приходили?
Well, there was some kind of an argument. I invited you two in and put the kettle on the stove. You never wound up making it through the front door.
Нет, вряд ли с ним это лучше это. Потому что он чайник пошел доставить.
She suddenly had to take a call. You got impatient.
Кто звонил?
I don't know, but you didn't seem happy about it. I had the feeling it was a recurring thing. Someone who's in the habit of getting in the way between you two.
А познаешь, куда мы потом ушли?
If you want to know what happened to her, why don't you just ask her yourself?
Вот ее найти надо сначала хотя бы. Хотя бы ее найти нужно.
You haven't asked me yet where we're headed.
Ладно, и куда же?
The warehouse of lost things. Impressed?
Ну, больше как... Ну да, вот это вот.
Oh yes, Vern said you were pretty funny. Oh, okay. It's this warehouse that contains everything you've ever lost in your life.
Это серьезно какой-то параллельный мир какой-то.
Even feelings. But you only get 15 minutes to look. Yes, only 15 minutes. It really threw me the last time I was there. I got distracted by some mittens. Yeah, I had as a kid. Left them at a bus stop sometime in the mid-60s. After that, my parents bought those things that clip your mittens to your coat so it wouldn't happen again. Well, why not? Shamanic tribes of the Amazon believe that in order to heal, you have to journey into the other world, find the thing you've lost among the spirits, and bring it back. Now, and to think about all the things we misplace. Atlantis, huh? And we lost an entire city once. Why shouldn't we get a second chance just to go back and retrieve some of the things we've left behind?
Думаешь, он там будет?
I suppose. Well, I've never looked for people. It definitely works for pets, though. I found several of my dogs there when they've run away from time to time. Stick with me, you'll see. Just keep your eyes peeled. Now,
Ну
if I
ладно,
remember
давай там мы
correctly,
попробуем найти ее.
it's only about another 20 minutes from here.
20 минут еще ехать. Давай быстрее, только газуй, а. Тут дороги пустые. Жописный отдых, а. Блин, лучше побеседуем, а? Блин, а что тут вот это торчит, вот это вот? Микрофон типа, что ли, или беседы?
Are you one of these people who's good with cars? I was hoping you might know. I never saw it before until you got into the car.
Вот эта вот лампочка, да?
A car manual? Oh no. That's not the sort of book I keep in here.
Блин, ну должно быть какой-нибудь, что-нибудь.
I think we'll wait to find a mechanic someplace. Perhaps that part-time quiz show
О,
hostess.
да, та самая викторина, да?
Ah, the green light. The epic sense of man's urgency. The future that keeps receding from us. Yes, I suppose you've read The Great Gatsby too. It's probably
Нет, я кино
just a
смотрел.
reminder to get something checked. But what do I know? I'm not the technical sort. Oh, we could ask Lola. Well, she's very good with these things.
Она как-то связана с Дарлин, что ли?
Probably not, young man.
Нет.
Lola's a kind of oracle. Now, she's given me lots of good advice, right from where you're sitting. Besides, more to the point, I'd like to check with her about directions, just to make sure we're pointed the right way. See if you can find her here.
Где? Она что, в машине прячется, что ли?
Well, she's quite small, you see. A toy bear. Now, I found her at the World's Fair in Barcelona, 1929, at an exhibition about alchemy. Lola Montez. Well, she's somewhere in this car now. Feel free to rummage around as much as you need.
В 29-м? Сейчас какой год-то? Сейчас я немножко растерялся, если честно. Серьезно, ты сейчас какой год, если я ее нашел в 1929? Или сейчас не современный мир?
Just have a look, please, at that stuff on the floor and see if you can locate her.
Ну, я вроде ничего такого не вижу. Серьезно. Есть только удача, открытка, книга, ключ.
What have you got there? Interesting. Looks familiar.
Так, давай попробуем открыть вот это вот.
There she is. Ah, Lola. Put her on the glove
Вот это
box,
вот, да,
like my
Lola?
boy. That's where she likes to speak.
Ну, давай попробуем. И чё?
Yes, sometimes directly, sometimes in a more of a roundabout way. Lola, dearest, now I'm here with this young fellow here, and well, the warehouse. Now, it's left up here on Concord Avenue, right? She's not ready to talk yet.
Не хочет, да? И что теперь делать?
She's lonely, and she misses her friends.
А что, нашей компании недостаточно, что ли?
It's nothing personal. We're just not magical. Fellow memory objects. That's her preferred company.
Какие еще
Trinkets
там вещи?
like her, lost and found many times over the years, imbued with the memories of everyone who's ever claimed them as their own. Get enough of them together, and things start to get interesting. The present moment peels back like wallpaper to reveal the past behind it and the future ahead.
Так, то медведица предсказывает будущее, что ли,
Her
да?
and her friends, yes. She's very good. She even remembers my dog's names.
Да ладно, и как? Да, сколько у тебя этих собак?
Well, it depends on how many are missing at any given time. Currently, Hops is the only one who's out of pocket. She's been gone for almost 9 months. I'd very much like to find her.
Ага.
Well, no, I couldn't look for her these last months. I got a bit detained.
Нет,
Yes.
ничего интересного.
It all started when I was buying some tube socks. I was on the escalator, trying to leave the mall. Do you ever have that thing where you buy something and you know it's the right thing, but you
Ой, бля, правда, кто крышу шел.
start worrying about it just as you're leaving? I was staring at the socks, wondering if they were the right length. Now, I knew they were, but I must have not been paying
Ближе
attention.
тебе, пожалуйста.
Because suddenly, I slipped down that crack at the end of the escalator,
Ну,
right where you're supposed to step off.
я засосала, что ли? Это еще в стране говорящего медведища.
Yes, exactly the thing kids are always worrying about, getting sucked down the escalator. Well, first quite quickly, and then very slowly.
Блин, я немножко не понимаю, как
Before
ты так
you know
получилось-то.
it, you're banging around in this chute, and then you land at the bowling green.
Серьезно, как у
That's
него
what
так
they
получилось-то?
call the entrance. That's a little area with some onboarding materials and that fake grass carpeting, so the landing isn't so rough. It's the most fantastic place. Under the escalator, just vast. Like falling out of bed and landing on the moon.
Есть и другие люди, как они проводят время.
Oh, not much really. There's an old black and white TV that only gets a few channels. There's some old board games just lying around, but they're all missing pieces and instructions. There was one box that promised 8 games in one, but I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to play a single game. A couple of decks of cards, all incomplete. I must have dreamt 20 times that I found the 4 of clubs.
А люди?
Oh, no. There are other people there, but not much good for company. Everyone's just waiting to get out. Very poserish scene down there. Let me tell you. A lot of staged ennui.
И сколько им ждать нужно? Нет, скукотища какая-то.
Pretty much the only thing that passes for excitement there is when
И
someone
ждут,
new
да?
drops in. Pretty quickly, you learn to tell the difference between the real people and the mannequins they drop
Что-то мне
down the
кажется, мы
chute.
как раз в этом мире и живем сейчас. Без инструкций к играм.
Well, they open the escalator every year on January.
Я один из тех, кто
Clear
как все
everyone.
недавно
They used to do it
тут
more often, but then, well,
спустился.
yeah, budget cuts. I fell in the beginning of April, one of the last cold weekends of the year. Really tough thing to get your head around, being trapped in there almost a whole calendar year. They stuff mannequins full of food and supplies, put them on the escalator, and just let them slide down the chute. Oh, that's a big moment. When they drop the mannequins down, really breaks up the monotony. Everyone rushes over to tear the mannequin apart to get their hands on the food inside.
Ну, да, странная система немножко.
Oh, indeed. But I guess it's the easiest way to get the food to slip down the crack. Now, one time, a real guy fell down the shaft
Ну и его
and was
трупаком
mistaken for
сделали,
a
да?
mannequin. Now, he was half torn to shreds before I pulled him out of there.
Нет, живой
Poor
остался.
fella didn't look lifelike enough. Oh, yes. He was really quite beside himself. He gave me his pipe as a token of appreciation for saving him from the mob. Well, I still keep it in my pocket.
Что-то мне кажется, мы как раз в этом самом мире и находимся. Только немножко в таком виде вот.
Oh, look. Let's give it to her, please. Let's see if she's feeling more sociable. Lola, dear, are you feeling more chatty now? She says
Давай еще раз заведем.
She says her tea party is still missing 2 guests.
Не?
You see, we just need to find 2 more of her friends.
И какие же найти последнюю памятную вещь? Где? Кассета, что ли?
Of course. My audiobook about the Gulag makes perfect
Про
sense.
ГУЛАГ?
Only one more object to find now.
Что еще за ГУЛАГ? Не советский где-то, а как другой какой-то? Зачем мне кассета вообще?
Oh, well, it's something I used to play for her in the car an awful lot. There was this one story she used to adore.
Что за история?
The story? Well, it's about 2 guys. In a way, 2 guys like us who were side by side, both waiting for something to happen.
Ну и продолжай.
Now, these 2 fellas were both prisoners in
В
the
ГУЛАГе,
Gulag.
да?
Do you know what the Gulag was?
Не, я не про тот ГУЛАГ светский, а что-то другой, да?
So, the Gulag. That was
нет,
these
это
forced
что-то
labor
это.
camps where they used to send people
Именно
in
то,
Russia,
что это.
right? The
Ну
thing
да.
is, the Gulags weren't closely guarded. It was pretty easy to escape.
Почему?
Because these camps were off in the absolute middle of nowhere. You could escape, but then what would you do? Well, you'd starve to death. So there was a trick. It was called the sandwich. Now, say you and I wanted to escape the Gulag. 2 guys like us, friends. We'd recruit another guy, a 3rd guy, to escape with us. Now, preferably a nice fat
И мы
buttery
пусть ее
guy.
скушаем, да?
The fat guy was called the sandwich because the idea is that the 2 buddies, us, would kill and eat the sandwich on the way home to survive. It's great, right?
Да, охеренно, как круто.
Maybe I didn't tell the story right.
Почему Лоле так нравилась эта история?
Oh, I think mainly just because of the setting. Siberia. Bears love stories about remote places. Well, I haven't told you the best part yet.
Ну, я себе себя
Well, there
внимание.
was one time these 2 guys escaped with a sandwich. But there was a problem. They finished the sandwich too soon. Didn't ration him out long enough. He was all gone. And they still had days to walk through the Siberian tundra. These guys were great friends, but they were also hardened criminals. And so they knew that whichever one of them fell asleep would be eaten by the other one. But the code of criminal friendship didn't allow them to acknowledge this. So they had to keep playing it, nonchalant, chatting about stuff, whatever people talked about back then, trudging through the snow.
Так они выжили, что ли?
Who? Oh, those 2 convicts.
Ну да.
Oh, no. One of them fell asleep and got eaten by the other. But it's their ability to keep face that I always think about. Their honor that couldn't admit any suspicion. I mean, you don't totally trust me, right?
Ну
I
да.
can see you looking out the corner of your eyes. You don't think I know where I'm going.
Ну да, мы тупо ездим по каким-то пригородам.
Listen, can I ask you an honest question?
Что? Конечно.
Okay, here goes. This girlfriend of yours, why is it so important for you to find her? I mean, okay, the burnt photo, damsel in distress, etc., etc. I get it. But if you can't remember anything about her...
No.
We'll always have this.
See? This is Lola's influence. It's starting to work. You feel it, right?
All you have to do is find your way back to me.
Ну, помню едва-едва, как так моменты какие-то. Кайра. Ну, окей, я
Let's
вспомнил
keep
имя
it
хотя
as our
бы.
pet.
Был светлячок в стеклянной бутылке.
You two didn't even mean to capture it. It just flew into the empty bottle.
Может, я найду его на складе?
Well, for your sake, I hope so.
А ты о чем?
I think you know. You're like me. The past is the only place left for us. When we were young, we thought the past could only tie us down. Everything we wanted, freedom, lay ahead on the open road. Well, that was yesterday, and this is today. Now the past is all you've got, and the future is full of pain. Well, when we get to the warehouse, remember to keep an eye out for a firefly in a glass bottle.
Понял,
It shouldn't be
окей.
hard to spot. They tend to keep that place pretty dimly lit.
Ну, я у меня фонарик возьму. Вот, так же светится. Как кажется. Вот я возьму. Блин, и как далеко еще ехать? До этого склада. Мы просто ездим по кругами тут.
Oh,
О,
look.
это было в прошлой машине.
Looks like Vern started doing some advertising. I guess he's
Yeah.
finally decided to take matters into his own hands.
И поставил здесь,
he's
да?
so stoic.
Как возле
Letting things take their own
двух
course, never
домиков.
complaining. Well, he was just trying to help you. Seems like you can use it. You're totally infected with this frontier spirit, am I right? Always move ahead, always continue along the two-lane blacktop. Maybe Vern exaggerates a bit, but at least he knows these parts. You should turn back here. No, I'm serious.
Почему ты так часто отгадываешься, а?
It's
Скажи.
just Lola. Blast nothing.
В смысле?
Someone changed the street signs. Him. He's been here. I swear it was the second left past the red house.
Второй
Don't
левый.
worry. Don't worry. We'll find it. It's right around here.
На карты.
No, it seems to have disappeared along with the car manual.
А.
I just
Ну,
want
окей,
to
все
find my
логично.
dog.
Она внутри была просто, да.
Ah, these streets all look the same. This is worse than falling down an escalator.
Ну, да, я
Here,
говорю, что все
take
одинаково.
this. See if you can figure out which way is east.
Понять, где восток? Это не комплекс, а что-то еще.
Are you sure? I mean, look through it and see if it tells you which way is east.
Калейдоскоп. И как он, но не так работает.
No luck, huh?
Нет,
Well, maybe it does something useful.
серьезно, он не так работает.
Oh, listen. She's starting to talk. Hopefully we can get out of this maze now and head on our way. Lola, dear, this young man and I, we're looking for... She's saying something.
И что же?
Something about you. A car crash? No. He's fine. Well, just look at him. She thinks you've caused some kind of accident.
Блин, вот авария какая-то.
I can vouch for this young man, Lola. Well, he's been with me almost the entire afternoon.
Может, серьезно, мы
She
попали в
says
аварию, и я
she
ни хера не
knows who
помню.
you are, and that she wants to help you. She's gathered these memory objects for a purpose, for you to put together, to bring you earthly knowledge, she says.
Ну все, она ушла.
Very peculiar.
Соберите памятные вещи. Блин, в смысле? Не. Блин, в каком смысле это? Я вас понял. Ключ. И качета.
Well,
Как это работает?
something. It's alchemy, my boy. Art.
Вот
a
типа
camera,
со
your
сна,
means for
наверное.
turning water into wine, redeeming the past, renewing memories.
Что фотографирует? Это фотоаппарат мы сделали.
Well, nothing needs redeeming more than the American suburbia. Now, am I right? Americana, where the surreal intermingles with the mundane. Here's your chance, my boy. Create a photo journal. Win some awards.
Ну, дай. Ох. Фотоаппарат, значит, да?
Fireflies, sent directly from your memory, I suppose, to guide you. Oh, hello there, Lampiridine.
Серьезно, мне кого фотографировать-то? Опса.
Oh. Ho, those sideburns. Don't let my students get a hold of that. I think they're not done yet. They want you to take more photos.
Никого я еще сфотографирую. Сфотою. Следуйте
They
за
want to show
светлячками.
us the way, but they can only do it through photos.
Давай. Блин, Не, они туда полетели. Они по пешеходные как бы летят. Давайте просто последуем как бы. Ух ты.
Gee, I didn't notice him standing back there. Should we go back and pick him up? Who is that guy anyway? You don't sound very glad to see him. I think they're not done yet. They want you to take more photos.
Ну, давай еще сделаем. Так, вот они летят. В дом залетели. Следующий дом. Так, вот она, вот она. И теперь сюда вот повернули. Еще раз налево. Мы уже несколько раз налево повернули. Мы так скоро круг сделаем. Ну серьезно, это не реальный мир. Донаптес. Ерекер.
trading post, huh? Interesting proposition. I expect you get something rather valuable in exchange for this particular camera.
В торговом центре, типа, что ли? Все, дальше полетели. Бля, они в обратную сторону. Они туда ушли, туда выехали. Телефон стоп. Вархаус.
What? It can't. Ah, no, no, my dog. How? If I can't find her in the past, I don't have a chance of finding her in the future. Oh, that was just nonsense I said to cheer you up.
Двое
I
еще.
just want to find my dog.
Давай попробуем. Куда они там еще? Вот они. Слушай, а я там собаку не видел, а другой там какой-то Вархаус какой-то видел. Быстрее поворачиваем налево.
Is that a dog collared in the street? I suppose, but what's happened to her? She's invisible. She's lost in time since the warehouse closed its doors. That's it. Capture her with that camera of yours.
Давай. А, вот и сфотали.
Oh, you're a good dog, Hops. You ran past a funny mailbox through a door, and we'll find you, don't worry.
Блин, мы точно не в этом мире. Найдите дом со странным почтовым ящиком. Что же, давай смотреть. Во.
That's the one. Hang on.
Нашел там, блин, этот на ящике там кто-то все сидел. Видишь, что-то знакомое.
Look, the silo. That's my house. Funny how you can come upon the very place you live and not even recognize it. All depends on the angle you... Hey! There's Hops! Thank goodness. Oh, I've almost got her back. Listen, I didn't realize the warehouse was closed, but we must do it again. Now you have to promise me, pinky promise, that we're going to meet again in a year, okay? This same spot. We won't exchange contact info or anything like that. We'll keep it old school. Meet here in 1 year's time. What do you say?
Через год. Ровно через сколько-то там дней. Блин, лучше скажи через дней, а? Или ровно вот это вот в дату, да? Когда там 23 августа. Ну, если честно, я не думаю, что я сюда вернусь.
Sorry to hear that, young man. People like to say that you can't live in the past. Well, look at me. I'm living proof to the contrary. Look, your fireflies are back.
Вернулись. Дом Хопса.
Seems like they're waiting to give you one last memory.
Так, ну тут ни хера не изменилось, если честно. То есть дом в реальности существует. Камера отключилась.
I just think it would be fun to ring the bell. I lived here my entire childhood. I feel like I have the right.
Sure, but we better make it quick. Lots of driving to do still.
Hello. What can I do for you two?
This is gonna sound funny, but...
Not at all. Come right in.
Oh, sorry. I've got to take this.
Это воспоминание, да? То, что сейчас это...
To me, it's perfect here. I don't understand what's so great about our life in Seattle. Don't you ever think about making a change?
Sure, but this isn't the kind of change I had in mind. I get it. You grew up here, so it's your baseline of normal. But this just isn't my idea of an adventure.
Adventure. It's real here. It's a good place to grow up, to have children. At least it was for me. I can always find myself here. Same stars, same fence, same mailbox.
О. Так, ну и чё? И вот и запертый ящик. Бля, опять кто-то подъехал. Третий эпизод поехал.
Listen, I'm not your girlfriend. And I'm not your mother. But...
Ладно, на этом можно и закончить. Блин, 40 минут, 50 минут второй эпизод шел. Блин, вот такая вот игрушка. Вот, ну, как бы я уже понимаю, что, блин, мы находимся не там, где это, не в настоящем мире, а где-то. Потому что все очень как-то это немножко, ну, нереально немножко. То ли мы в потустороннем мире, то ли еще где-то. Ну, точно не в реальном. Очень много намеков, очень много, ну, и намеков дают, что мы находимся ну, не в реальности. Ладно, завтра закончим. Я смотрел, эта игрушка довольно короткая, и я хотел пройти вот за один стрим. Ну, предыдущий стрим сделал, я порвался чуть-чуть. Ну, закончился без меня. Так что пришлось, ну, еще один сделать. Собственно, мы 2 эпизода всего лишь прошли из 5. Так что на этом можно закончить, на этом все. Спасибо за просмотр. С вами был Виктор. Всем пока.